All right, next one I've been given this. So it's from a different paper or test somewhere. I'm not familiar with the test. It says 6. A cyclist travels 10k south and 8k's east. Find the cyclist bearing from her start point to the nearest degree. All right, so let's have a shot at doing that. So I'll just do it on the paper here. I'll do it up above, actually. A bit more room up here, I think. So the cyclist begins. Oh no, we'll do it down the bottom. Okay, here we go. Do that. Okay, so cyclist starts, we'll say it's here. As I'll start, and that's start. Then travels 10 kilometers south. So I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to call that 10k's, yes. 10 kilometers. So I keep bumping the camera. The next thing it says is, and then 8 kilometers east. So let's just call that 8. And those east, 10 kilometers south means it's going down. This is east, so it's going to the right. And then it says, find the cyclist's bearing from her starting point to the nearest degree. So the cyclist is now at this point here. And so we're finding, this is the start point over here. So what's start point, PT. And of course, north is straight up. There it is. And we're going to find this here. Now I'm just going to try to put this on one side so I can join these two up as best I can. So, all right. So the bearing is, and again, I'll start at north, work my way around. Here we go. And there we are. That's the bearing right there. So to find that angle, we start to notice we know a few things. And this is actually not the thing we're actually going to find to start with. We notice here we've actually got a right angle triangle. Nice simple right angle triangle. We've got, and if we were to find this angle here, I'm going to call this angle theta. And if I was to find angle theta, that's angle theta. Notice I've got the arrow going this way because it's an angle, not a bearing. This is a bearing. So we can find angle theta simply by saying we'll use SOHCAHTOA. I'm going to put SOHCAHTOA. Say, right, what don't we care about here? Well, this is the adjacent, this is the opposite. We don't care about this side here. That's not important to us. And that's the hypotenuse. So I'm actually going to cross everything out with the hypotenuse. And we're going to be using TOA. So we can say tangent theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. Opposite over adjacent. So equals 8 over 10. There it is. So theta is equal to the arctangent of 8 over 10, and I'll put that in brackets, is equal to, so I'll just get out the trusty old calculator here, and go arctan. So here we go, arctan, 8 divided by 10. And see where we end up. 38.6598. So theta equals 38.6598 degrees. There it is. Now, of course, that's not the answer we're looking for. We're wanting to find this. And because we have angles on a straight line, we can find 180 degrees, subtract 38 degrees and change to find the bearing here. So I'll just call that bearing alpha. As alpha. So alpha will equal 180 minus 38.6598. So I'm just going to do that on the calculator now. I'm just going to say, what's the best way of doing this one? 180 minus answer is equal to 141.34. Equals 141.34 degrees. Now, in this case, I'm going to make it 3 significant figures. I'll put equals 141 degrees. Notice I don't put point or anything like that. I put 3SF. And there's my final answer. And I'll write that in here. I'll put 141 degrees. There's actually a 1 there. Yeah? 141, yeah? Okay, so hopefully you can see that. And that's how I would go ahead and solve that particular problem. Hope that makes sense, folks. Any more questions, get back to me.